Hey everybody, and welcome back to another kitty video. For today's video, we are going to be taking the Myers-Briggs test, which is basically the test that gives you all the letters, you know, like IMBD or whatever. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about that, but I'm always seeing people listing it on like profiles and stuff, and so I was curious. I wanted to look into it myself. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to take that test and see what personality type I am. But before we do that, make sure you subscribe. Go down, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell to get notified anytime I post a video. So anyways, let's just hop straight into this and figure out what my personality is. Okay, so here we are, ready to take this test. I am at 16personalities.com is where I went to take it. I'm sure you can find it a billion different tests to take, honestly, when you type it in. But this is the one we're taking. This is the one that I most commonly see people take. So let's get started. Okay, so you regularly make new friends. I mean, not really. I wouldn't say regularly. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interest. Not really. I mean, unless video games count. Do video games count as topics? Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. I mean, I guess. I mean, not over the top, but I mean, it depends on the scenario, I guess. I mean, I'm not completely dead inside. So it depends on why they're crying, what the reason is. So I guess I agree. You often make a backup plan for a backup plan. Not really. I'm horrible at backup plans. Honestly, plan A is usually just winging it, so not at all. You usually stay calm, even under a lot of pressure. I don't know. I don't think I panic. But I wouldn't say I stay calm. Like, I don't know. I'm that person, you know how they always say there's like fight or flight, and then like they recently added freeze? That's me. Like, I'm not gonna panic. I'm not gonna freak out probably. But I'm probably not gonna be any use either. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Sadly, I have to agree with this pretty strongly. Like, I'm trying to work on that, but like, I don't know, I'm a shy introvert. Like, I don't talk to people. Honestly, I barely talk to the people that I even know. Alright, you prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. I would agree. I've been working on that a lot. Like, it's easy to get distracted and start working on multiple things. So I've really been trying harder to just focus on the thing I'm doing and then focus on something else, you know? Like, if I have to do something, like, I would rather get like at work, I'd rather get the project I'm working on done and not worry about the thing that's going to happen at 2 o'clock. Like, I want to get project A done first. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists. I would disagree. I really should. And I try to every now and then. Like, again, I've slightly improved on that. Like, I'll try to make lists here and there for certain things, but for the most part, I disagree. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. I disagree. That's a strong disagree, I think. I don't worry about the small stuff, you know? Don't sweat the small stuff. Like, we all make mistakes. Doesn't mean, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. It just means, hey, you up. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. I wish. I really do. There's a lot of people out there that I'm like, hey, I should go talk to them. But I'm horrible at that. You are not too you are not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analysis of creative works. Honestly, my brain hurt just reading that sentence. I would disagree. Like, I don't mind discussing interpretations and stuff. Like, again, if I'm actually talking to someone, but I disagree. Do you usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particularly words? You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. I would agree. I like the ability to go with the flow. It's not to say I don't like some sort of routine, but like at the same time, yeah, I would like to be like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do today. Yeah, I like, because you never know, like something might come up and I don't want to have to be like, well, this is the routine I'm gonna pass because at 6 o'clock I have to go brush my teeth. Like, I'd rather just go with the flow at any given moment. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Strongly disagree. Again, I'm in my head too much. I care what people think way too much. And usually, I'm already in my head worrying about if I've made an impression when I haven't even technically made an impression. Alright, you like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending. Not really. I feel like I'm more like, just tell me your story. Like, every now and then, I guess it's nice to think about it, but no, for the most part, I just want you to tell me. Your happiness comes from helping others accomplish things. Your happiness comes more from helping others accomplish things than your own accomplishments. Yeah, I feel like I agree. Which, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, because I feel like, I mean, it's a good thing in the sense that you care about other people, but to be honest, people gotta learn to put themselves and their happiness first. Like, I think, especially in today's world, like, sometimes you just gotta put yourself first. You are interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next. I mean, not really. I mean, I do like things and I'm always open to it. If you were like, hey Dylan, let's go try this, I'd probably say yes. But it doesn't make it difficult for me. Like, I'm probably just gonna go do the same things I'm doing unless it's brought to my attention, and then I'll go try. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Honestly, probably for the most part. Because, like I said, the self-confidence that I have in myself, I'll be honest, isn't the highest. So I sometimes trust other people more on steering us in the right direction than I do. Plus, again, being a leader, you usually need to talk to new people. I'm not good at that. You are definitely not an artistic type of person. I disagree. I mean, I think YouTube itself is an art in some way, right? Like, you edit, you come up with video ideas. I mean, I can picture things like that I would like to draw or do. Like, I'm personally not creative in a lot of aspects that I could do it, but I like to think I'm an artistic type of person. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings. Honestly, like in today's world, I would have to agree. Like, I'm sorry, you know, a kitty hot take here right now, but we are living in a world right now that's just so much all my feelings and this is what I feel should be, and it's like, you know what? There's certain things that just are the way that they are. And just because you feel a certain way, it doesn't mean we need to just throw everything out of the book. everything out that we've been doing because you feel a certain way. Like I said, I don't want to get into it. Maybe that could be another video, but today's world, yes, I think it would be a lot better if people just use rationality, use common sense. Like, I'm so sick, honestly, of people's feelings nowadays. Like, especially on the internet. You go on the internet, it's just like, stop whining. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax. I would slightly agree. Like, again, this is another one that I have improved on. There have been too many times where I'm like, I'll get home from school or whatever, and yeah, I'm gonna play video games and watch TV, and then it's 9 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I have to do homework, I have to do this. I've done a lot better at like, okay, I get home, I need to do this now. So yeah, it's an improvement. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. I mean, in the real world, mostly. But I mean, I am doing YouTube, which is kind of drawing attention to myself. So, slightly agree. Your mood can change very quickly. I mean, I disagree for the most part. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Again, this is kind of like I was talking about earlier with the other question. I've gotten better at it. I like to prioritize a little bit more and be like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this. It's gotten better. There's still times where I'm like, oh shoot, I've been doing this all day. I need to get this other project done. It happens, but I feel like I've improved. Alright, you usually prefer to be around others rather than on your own. I would say neutral. Or maybe slightly disagree. Like, again, I feel like I am more of an introvert. I do enjoy my time of, let me just go home, I've been dealing with people all day, let me just go home, relax by myself, and chill. But I don't want to be by myself all the time. I do like going out and hanging out with people. So, slightly disagree. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. I mean, it depends what kind of choices are we making. I mean, I guess it depends on what we're talking here. Like, life choices, yes and no. I don't necessarily second guess them, but there's things that I guess I wish that I had done sooner or done differently, but I don't necessarily second guess it. It's more like, oh, if I had done this earlier. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. Again, I guess it kind of depends. Depends what the event is, like a party or something. There are a couple hundred people, am I going, I'm gonna disagree. I guess it depends how lively of a social event. If it's like, hey, it's been a long week, come to my cookout where there's like 10 of us and we're just gonna have a beer and cook out, have some food, then yes. But the way they reword that, I'm gonna disagree. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Again, disagree. I feel like if anything, it's more the opposite end. Like, I feel like I empathize a lot. You'd like to have a to-do list for each day. Again, not really. I mean, there might be like a list of things I need to get or something, but in general, to do, like, oh, I need to go to this place, no. I probably should. Again, I tend to forget about things, so, if I have an important appointment or something, I probably should have a to-do list, but no, I do not have to-do list. You rarely feel insecure. Again, that's going to be a mid disagree. I'm working on it, but disagree. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own. I agree. I mean, I definitely... Like, I don't want to be the one that's just like, okay, you're wrong because of the reasons I'm right. Like, I'd like to try and understand, yeah, why people think the way they think or believe what they believe. It's not that I try to understand in the sense that I want to change my mind, though. Like, it's just I want to try and understand to see where they're coming from. And I mean, sometimes I might change my mind. But, yeah, I wouldn't say I often spend a lot of time. Also, that just sounds weird. I often spend a lot of time. So, I don't know. But anyway. Alright, in your social circle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities. Nope. I really should get better at that. But, no, I'm horrible at that. If your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. I mean, it depends what it is that I was doing, and it depends what is interrupting it. But I feel like mostly I probably agree a little bit. I mean, they're my plans, they're what I was doing. I would like to probably be doing them. You are still bothered by mistakes you made a long time ago. At this point in my life, not really. Like, you know, it's one of those things, the past is the past, you gotta move on. You gotta learn from it and just move on. There's no point in dwelling on the mistakes you made. Like I said, as long as you gotta learn from it though. But just dwelling on it, like, that's not getting... Dwelling on it, being bothered by it, just isn't getting you anywhere in life. Your emotions control you more than you control them. I like to think I have control, especially more now that I'm older. I mean, again, let me know down in the comments below what you think. I mean, but I like to think I don't let my emotions control me that much. You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault. No, I disagree. I mean, why am I taking care to not make people look bad? Especially if it's their fault. Like, what's that even mean? Why the hell? If you did something, it's your fault, you look bad, I'm not gonna try and clean up your reputation. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Who does that? Like, I mean, maybe if it's my best friend, then I might try and make him look good. But even then, I'm gonna be like, dude, you're a dumbass. But I disagree. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time. I don't think it's a waste of time. It's not necessarily something I'm doing with my time, but it's not a waste of time. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet and intimate places. Again, based on what I've discussed throughout this video, I would disagree. I'm definitely more of the quiet, atmospheric person, but it's not to say I'm not drawn to busy places. I guess it depends what's going on again. You are very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. I mean, I guess I agree to an extent. Like, I mean, if I see something online that's like, ooh, controversial, I kind of want to read it just to see why it's controversial. But I think that's most of us. I mean, it's not controversial if nobody even knows about it. You struggle with deadlines. Not as much anymore, but sometimes I still do. Depends what it is. But not as much anymore. Alright, you feel confident that things will work out for you. You know, I slightly agree. Alright, so that's the end. So now it is time to see the results. Alright, your personality type is Adventurer. ISFPA. See, again, I don't know what those letters mean, but anyway, adventures are flexible and charming. always ready to explore and experience something new. I would agree with that. I definitely, like I said, I'm always up for new stuff. Especially the older I get, like, it's fun learning something new. It's fun trying something new. Alright, 78% introverted, which I feel like is a low number, but I'll take it. Introverted individuals tend to prefer fewer yet deep and meaningful social interactions and often drawn to calmer environments. Yeah, I mean, that is true. I just feel like I'm more introverted than that, but alright, 54% observant. Observant individuals are pragmatic and down to earth. They tend to have a strong focus on what is happening or very likely to happen. I can see that. I can definitely, like, I'm always trying to stay focused on what is happening. Alright, 52% feeling. Feeling individuals value emotional expression and sensitivity. They place a lot of importance on empathy, social harmony, and cooperation. 51% prospecting. Prospecting individuals are very good at improvising and adapting to opportunities. They tend to be flexible, non-conformists who value novelty above stability. Words. But yeah, I can see that. I mean, like I said, you always got to be able to improvise and adapt, I feel like. You know, things are always happening. You always got to be able to adapt. Things are always changing. 56% assertive. I don't know about this. Assertive individuals are self-assured, even-tempered, and resistant to stress. They refuse to worry too much and tend to be self-confident when striving to achieve goals. Again, I feel like, as I've said before, I'm not very self-confident, so I don't know about that percentage, but I'll take it. Alright, so here is like the main general gist of it. We were at the Adventurers. The beauty of an open mind. Adventurers embrace a flexible, adaptable approach to life. Some personality types thrive on strict schedules and routines, but not adventurers. Adventurers take each day as it comes, doing what feels right to them in the moment, and they make sure to leave plenty of room in their lives for the unexpected. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Like I said, you kind of gotta live that way. Alright, strengths and weaknesses. Adventurer strengths. Charming. People with adventurer personality types are relaxed and warm, and their live and let live attitude naturally makes them likable and popular. I don't know about popular, but I agree with that. Like, live and let live, I feel like is a great little saying there. Like, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it is what it says. Live and let live. I just want to do my thing, you do your thing. Sensitive to others. Adventurers easily relate to others' emotions, helping them to establish harmony and goodwill and minimize conflict. Again, yeah, I think that's true. Like, you know, I want to understand people's feelings and try to help them out that way. Imaginative. Being so aware of others' emotions, adventurer personality types use creative and insight. That wasn't right. Adventurer personalities use creativity and insight to craft bold ideas and speak to people's hearts. While it's hard to explain this quality on a resume, this vivid imagination, exploratory spirit helps adventurers in unexpected ways. That is well said. Passionate. Beneath adventurers' quiet shyness beats an intensely feeling heart. When people with this personality type are caught up in something exciting and interesting, they can leave everything else in the dust. I think that's pretty true. Curious. Ideas are well and good, but adventurers need to see and explore for themselves whether their idea rings true. Work revolving around the sciences may seem a poor match for their traits, but a boldly artistic and humanistic vision is often exactly what research needs to be moved. But bold but a boldly artistic and humanistic vision is often exactly what research needs to move forward. If adventurers are given the freedom, they need to do so. Artistic. Adventurers are able to show their creativity in tangible ways and with stunning beauty. Whether writing a song, painting an emotion, or presenting a statistic in a graph, adventurers have a way of visualizing things that resonate with their audience. Alright, weaknesses. Fiercely independent. Freedom of expression is often adventurers' top priority. Anything that interferes with that, like traditions and hard rules, creates a sense of oppression for adventurer personalities. This can make them more rigidly structured. I can't read anymore, guys. This can make more rigidly structured academics and work a challenge. I think I agree with that. Unpredictable. Adventurers dislike long-term commitments and plans. The tendency to actively avoid planning for the future can cause strain in adventurers' romantic relationships and financial hardship later in life. Now I just feel like I'm getting called out. Easily stressed. Adventurers live in the present, full of emotion. When situations get out of control, people with this personality type, especially turbulent ones, can shut down, losing their characteristic charm and creativity in favor of gnashing teeth. Overly competitive. Adventurers can escalate small things into intense competitions, turning down long-term success in their search for glory in the moment, and are unhappy when they lose. I don't know about that. I'm not very competitive. If anything, I'm the opposite. I'm like, oh yay, you won, good job. I don't care. Like, it's not even in like a, oh, I lost kind of sore loser way. It's a, I genuinely don't care if I win or lose, which that itself might be a problem. Fluctuating self-esteem. It's demanded that skills be quantified, but that's hard to do with adventurers' strengths of sensitivity and artistry. Adventurers' efforts are often diminished, a hurtful and damaging blow, especially earlier in life. Adventurers can start to believe the naysayers without strong support. Yeah, I can see that. So, conclusion. Few personality types are as colorful and charming as adventurers. Known for their kindness and artistic skills, adventurers are great at finding exciting new things to explore and experience. Adventurers' creativity and down-to-earth attitude are invaluable in many areas, including their own personal growth. Alright then. Alright, so there we have it. I am an adventurer personality. Honestly, I feel like that's pretty accurate. Most of what I read there seemed pretty spot on. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think? And also, what's your personality type? Have you taken this test before? Let me know down below, comment. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye. We're gonna pretend my phone didn't just go off there. Bye.